As Dave mentioned, I've only been at this for a year, so I was asked to speak for a few minutes on my experience of fatherhood so far. As my daughter Maggie crawls towards her first birthday at a faster clip than should be possible for someone her age, my experience so far feels pulled in two opposite directions. As she flies through all the different developmental milestones, I'm continually amazed by how ephemeral the whole process is. And somehow, the same fleeting moments when I look back can feel like a new permanent condition. There are the pre-baby moments that stick with you, the dizzying feeling that comes with the cheap plastic pregnancy test that should probably just say, buckle up. The general feeling of uselessness as your wife bears the rapidly growing burden of gestating a child. Unlike Dave, I did take the class in the hospital. Preparing for a child is just like preparing for a social studies exam. The pervasive background worry that about all the things that might go wrong, no matter how unlikely. And then the arrival day finally comes, 2 weeks late in our case. And the phrase, every plan is a good one until the first shot is fired, comes to mind. 2 days of waiting, ending in a hectic emergency C-section that bore little resemblance to the happy video you watched in the class at the hospital. And then you actually have a baby, and life dissolves into a haze of diapers and naps and exhausted boredom punctuated by occasional bouts of panic and terror. You ask yourself if you're ever going to sleep again, or if your baby is ever going to eat real food. And eventually, what feels like taking care of a very messy potato turns into raising a human. She's got opinions, strong opinions. She can play. She has an incredible sense of humor, and all of a sudden she's paying attention to your every move. With all the fleeting moments, driving home from the hospital at 10 miles per hour feels like it was a decade ago. We frequently ask ourselves, what did we even do all day when we didn't have a baby? In the blink of an eye, we went from having a month-to-month lease to saving for college in 2036. And worrying about vacations lining up with the week that daycare is closed, rather than what country to visit. So I stand here, almost 1 year in, barely able to remember when she couldn't crawl, and wondering if she's ever actually going to walk, and marveling at this new adventure we get to embark upon as a family. I'm glad I get to share it with two wonderful people.
Thanks for making me go last, I have a little bit of a confession here in the UU Church. I grew up at the Community Unitarian Church in White Plains. I thought I was a Unitarian my whole life, though I was actually a Unitarian Universalist, since the merger happened in 1961. And obviously I started going to church after that. I always referred to myself as a Unitarian. The White Plains Church has since changed their name to Community Unitarian Universalist Congregation. So, though I may say that I grew up Unitarian, I really mean UU. So, get that out of the way. Now for today, and being a Unitarian Universalist dad. When Jane asked me to speak today, I knew immediately what I was going to speak about. It might not be what y'all think it is. I'm very, very proud of my daughter Addison and her transition. Her spirit and her courage are undeniable. And yes, my journey with my daughter's transition, as hers was, we shared it. It was special, it was challenging, often difficult, and definitely helped by my and our being raised Unitarian Universalists and being in community with others in my UU family here. But of special note is how extremely proud I am as a father of my son Scott's relationship with Addison during her transition from being his big brother to his big sister. From the very start, Scott was accepting, caring, helpful, protective, non-judgmental towards Addison. And in large part, and this was and continues to be, because of his Unitarian Universalist upbringing, with maybe a little bit of help from his parents too. He was right by her side as her loving sibling, both at home, on holiday, at fairly frequent trans gatherings with families of others transitioning. And from what I experienced, Scott was always Addison's cheerleader. Never did I ever hear or see any negativity towards Addison. Scott was always the most positive person on Addison's team. I think that was a major stabilizing factor for Addison to help her become who she is today, a confident, self-sufficient young woman. Though it's a dad's job to worry about his kids, I never ever had to worry about my kids' relationship with each other. And that brings me the greatest joy and pride of all, for being their dad. Thank you.
Gift to hear these stories. Gary, I do have to ask Gary.
Yes, I'm sorry.
About the ribbons, I have to ask about your orange ribbons and what do they mean?
Oh, the orange ribbons were given out by the SPCA when they visited a number of years ago. So I thought they were a wonderful adornment.
Thank you. Thanks to all our dads who shared today. It was just wonderful. And let's sing together. Bluebell Cove, special request by Gary for his father. That's
64.